Stand in the ashes of 1,000,000,000 dead souls and ask the ghosts if honor matters. The silence is your answer.
Hello, welcome to History Laid Bear. I am the bear. And for all of you saying the only reason I set up this channel is so I could dress in neat little outfits, you're damn right. Leave me alone. That quote was from Mass Effect. I absolutely adore Mass Effect. It's a game I keep returning to. It's a quote that speaks to, in time of war, morality needs to be put aside. If your goal is noble, then the ends justify the means. It says that morality is a luxury, and that luxury cannot be afforded in war. Of course, this is something we could debate back and forth. There's a brilliant quote in Jurassic Park 3 of all things, where Alan turns to the guy with the parachute, can't remember his name, and says, "Some of the worst things imaginable have been done with the best intentions." Anyway, this quote reminded me of the Battle of Towton. The Battle of Towton was fought on the 29th of March 1461. It was fought between Edward IV and the armies of Henry VI and Margaret of Anjou. It's estimated that there were 75,000 soldiers in the field, 28,000 of which died. To put that historically, that is more Englishmen that died than the Battle of the Somme on its first day. To give a quick run-through of the battle, Edward IV was leading the army of Yorkists, and the army of Henry VI was obviously fighting for the Lancastrian side of the throne. This was during the War of the Roses. It was a pitched battle, meaning the two armies faced each other. At some point, the Lancastrian forces retreated. They retreated down a hill. They tried to get over a river to escape. Now, the river was flooded because it had rained consistently days before. The ground was soggy, this slowed down the retreat, and when the Lancastrians reached the river and tried to walk across it, the Yorkists were upon them, and it was a massacre. The reason why this battle reminds me of that quote in the beginning is simply because I want you to imagine now that you're stood on that battlefield after the victory is sounded. You hear the sounds of screaming men in agony, dying all around you. Edward IV's happy, he's got his crown. However, there must have been a moment where the ordinary man was looking around going, what was all of this for? Where's the honour in this? Where's the valour? Add to this that this was a civil war. This was the War of the Roses. You must have looked to your fallen men and that battlefield which was littered with swords and blood and a river that flowed with the blood of your enemies. And it must have been terrifying. And you must have felt at a loss. I don't believe anybody walked away from Towton without being scarred for life. Towton was an infection that took hold of England, and it blighted her very soul for years to come. This moment in history brought to you by History Laid Bear. I am the bear. I haven't got a funny outro on this one. Towton was horrible. War is awful. That's it, really.